Hi everyone, it's Tam from the Wildman store and welcome back to our channel. I'm on my way for a little adventure off to the lovely country of Wales and going to do a spot of camping, and then I've heard there's a really lovely lake on top of a mountain, so gonna go and check it out and see what we can find, so come along. So we've just turned off the main road and are now in the Brecon Beacons on the small twisty roads. Actually on a road which on the map it just says unknown road, so who knows where we are. It is so beautiful here, just you can see the mountains and on this single track. But you do have to be careful for sheep because they do run into the road. We're getting closer to our destination. So we've just arrived at the Wildman Woods. It's so beautiful here. If you want to wild camp as such, you can go down into the woodland near the little river that runs past, and they've got lots of nice little spots and fire pits for you to pitch up on, and it's just so quiet here as well. All I can hear is the birds and the sound of the river running. So we've set up camp now in this beautiful little glade amongst the trees. Little tent there, and just behind me, don't know if you can hear it, is the river, which is really nice. Got a gourmet meal served up. Nice vegan feast. So this is a first for me. I'm off to do my washing up in the river. Good morning, just woken up to a lovely view out the tent window, looking down to the river. I can hear it and the sound of the birds, really lovely. So gonna have some breakfast and maybe go for a little paddle in the river here, and then think about the route up to the lake and getting ready for that. I'm just going for a little dip to wake myself up and have a little wash. Best way to start the day, eh? So we've just left the car park and starting our way up to the lake. It's a very well worn path here. At the moment it's a slight incline. Apparently it's about 1.5 miles walk up there, so just taking in the sights. Lovely little river running alongside us. Really nice. So I've just seen what looks like a little dipping spot on the river that's coming down. A little bit deep where the water's cascading down, so if I'm not too tired on the way back, I might get in there.
So I think we're about halfway now. We've just gone past a trout farm just down here. Oh, I can never do that. There. Yeah, I think that's about halfway, so get in there. The views are really spectacular around here as well. Just the steep mountains, Black Mountains, I think they are. Proper in the Brecon Beacons we are. So the lake we're going up to is called Llyn y Fan Fach. I think that might be part way of how you pronounce it. My Welsh accent isn't very good in pronunciation, but it's a big lake just below a really high ridgeline. So made it to the top, yay! Which is great, but a couple of things. Number one, as we were just approaching up here, we passed some signs saying no swimming allowed due to blue-green algae and machinery underneath and strong currents as well. So you should always adhere to rules like that if there are any signs around that say no swimming. Also, when we've got up here, the water level has seriously dropped. When I've seen pictures of this lake before, it's looks really full, and I've heard it's quite deep, but yeah, it's really shallow. And actually where I'm standing right now is on the lake bed, so you can see how much it has dropped the level of the water. So unfortunately, no swim for me today here at the lake. I might have a little dip just on one of the spots that I passed on the way up, so I'm desperate for a little dip. I feel quite hot from the walk up, so let's see if I'm able to get in the water, even if it's just for a little dip. The lake Llyn y Fan Fach sits beneath the ridgeline of Bannau Sir Gae. There's some interesting folklore around the lake. There's a folklore which is known as the Lady of the Lake. The story of the folklore is that in the 13th century, a farmer spotted the most beautiful girl emerge from the lake, and she was a princess of the fairies. The farmer courted the fairy princess, and he tried to win her hand in marriage by baking her bread, and apparently after 3 attempts he did win her hand in marriage. And one of the bizarre conditions of the marriage was that if he hit her 3 times, she would leave him. They spent many happy years together, bringing up a family at a farm, and the magic dowry was some farm animals. However, eventually the inevitable happened, and he did hit her, and so she left him to raise the children himself, and she returned to the lake along with her farm animals. Just heading back down now, down the mountain. It's just started raining. There's a really nice smell of the rain falling on the ground, on the warm ground. You know, that particular smell you get. Apparently, it's called petrichor. It's the earthy scent which is produced when rain falls on the ground. Lovely. So, heading back down and gonna see if I can bag a little sneaky dip in one of those spots that I saw on the way up. So, yippee! Hopefully still get to have a little bit of a swim of sorts today. So found the little dip spot, yippee! I get to go in at last. I'm absolutely desperate for this dip. Been looking forward to getting in cold water all day, so here we go. That was exactly what I needed. I feel so much more refreshed and just at ease now after having that little cheeky dip on the way back down the mountain. It's been really nice, such a great walk up there, and even though I didn't get to go in the lake, just beautiful scenery around here. The Brecon Beacons truly are a proper gem in Wales, so I really recommend anyone who wants to have a little bit of an adventure. It's a great place to explore. So that's it from me this time. Thank you so much for joining me, and if you want to see more content like this, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and until next time, happy and safe swimming.